We all the way in. We forward now.
The circus out here, B.
The butter's looking
Wavy, B.
wavy.
I'm talking about spinning like a trail of free rail rims. Yeah, buddy. That's my trademark.
When they just not get their hands off, you know, niggas ain't got no drawers on.
He does Dallas. Oh man, what happened? We didn't do this on that. My shit stopped. Bring it ahead a little bit. Don't worry. Share, delete. What it say? Go. It should just go live.
Come on, Soul Boy, I almost created an event.
That would have been. There you go.
I'm all inverted and shit. Oh, shoot.
For sure. Yeah, buddy. You already know what it is, man. What is going on, bro? Why the fuck is my internet tripping? Let me see.
How about that?
Oh, yo, we back on.
We good, we'll edit all that.
We back on.
Yeah, you is back on though, bro.
Yeah, weird. Oh, that's why. That's what I thought. Huh? My net is impeccable. I had my data on, so it was probably it was going off my data. Yeah, what's going on? Ain't nothing but the devil. Yeah, buddy, you already know what it is, man. Old heads, man. Episode 24, man. The Mamba episode, man. We had to pay tribute to Kobe Bean Bryant today, man. Our 24th episode, man. Man, just so happy to be here today, man. Man, we've almost at 300 people on the page, man. We need y'all to keep following, man. Keep sharing. Today is actually College Ball Saturday. So if there's any college players you think some of these young cats should know about, or any players today that us old cats should know about, man, please share to the page, man. Old Head Sports Podcast. Also, you can check us out on YouTube at Chendo, Ceehendo. Please subscribe, man. Welcome to Old Heads, man. I'm your co-host, Omar O'Malley, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. And, man, it's a good day to be alive, man. It's the Mamba edition, the Kobe episode, the Bean episode. You dig? So I'm going to go ahead and pass it to one of these brothers so they can introduce themselves, even though I already know you know who they are. But y'all brothers go ahead and introduce yourself.
Your boy B out, man. Bills, man. Belito.
Yes, sir.
NWG, man. Find me on Facebook, the whole government, Chris Anderson. Find me on Twitter, 2K Henny G. Man, I'm everywhere.
Bang, bang. Now, you already know. Man, we got to kick it off, man. We got to talk about, y'all don't know, man, we all got Chicago ties. We all from the land, man. We got to talk about the Bears, man, and that big win that they had, man. I don't know if anybody's probably happier than this man right here. I don't know a bigger Chicago Bear fan outside of my cousin Tiz. He's a huge Bear fan, man. But, man, the Bears, they won 33-14 over the Patriots. Justin Fields arguably had his best game as a pro. 13 of 21, 179 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and 82 on the ground. Was this a turnaround game for the franchise, and have they finally figured out how to use Justin Fields? And is by running him and is by designing plays for him to run and running the football good enough for us to win? and get us to the playoffs, possibly this year?
Ooh, to the playoff this year. I don't know about the playoff this year. It's going to be tight. Coming out there, we looking at Philly, 49ers, Cowboys, Vikings, maybe the Bucks could still be in the mix. It's going to be a tight race. The Cardinals or somebody maybe. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a tight race to really try to get in there this year, but that's a recipe for the future. You know what I'm saying? It looked like we had a plan for the first time in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I just feel like the future's up, man, with the talent that we got, man. The future's up. You know, and they say next year we're supposed to have a whole bunch of cap
Oh, my
space.
goodness. Oh, my goodness.
So, yeah, the future's looking bright.
Okay. How you feel?
So here we go.
How you feel? Is anything possible?
Anything.
Anything go. Anything
I think that was probably the best we've seen of Fields so far. That was the most well put together game. Even though, if you go off our last episode, I really counted the Bears out that game, but for a solid reason. I don't think New England has a better athletic team than us, but I do think their head coach is one that will go down in the books and be a Hall of Famer coach. So I really thought we were going to get out coached. So the fact that Eberflus was able to put together a decent enough scheme to just crumple down a very decent, I'm not even going to say they're a good team this year, a very decent New England team, it was good to see. It's hard to get those type of wins in Foxborough. So for us to go all the way out there and get that win on their turf, that was a good feeling. To me, this is how I feel like the Bears should have been playing the whole season. They had the potential, but I knew we were going to start out a little slow. And we had to get on that same page with the quarterback. Justin Fields has never been the issue to me. He'll have his little mistakes, but those aren't the mistakes that's costing us games. To me, in my eyes, this was the best Eberflus utilized Justin Fields' ability to this day. When he was going out for those design quarterback runs, he had lead blockers. It's a huge difference. Huge difference. Normally, he runs out there, he has to shake around 2-3 different defenders. At least shake 2 of them. Now he has a guy, so when he makes that, all he has to do is shake 1 and then gain yards. That man's speed is crazy. He's crazy fast, and I think a lot of people kind of underestimate how fast he is.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they underestimate how fast he really is when he's, you hear and see him compared to when he's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is well put together. Another thing we talk about is that defense. That defense had 4 takeaways. Granted, we was playing the backup. You know what I'm saying? But 4 takeaways, that's, I believe, 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles, something like that. Yeah. And the guys who got the interceptions, one of them was a rookie, Brisker. So I think we're in a great direction. I was sad to see Quinn leave, but I knew it was going to happen inevitably. He's the type of guy you need if you're making a Super Bowl run. And if you're not making a Super Bowl run and you know that, it was good to let him go for what we got him for. No, not ill will. He was a great player, still is a great player. But we got some pieces that's behind that are young, and we have to try to see how they work out because hell, they might be moving along too. So for what we have to do and what we're looking at, I think we're in great shape. I think that defense, we'll work on pieces, but we'll have enough money and picks to address any situation going forward. And I think he's put us in Poles has put us in a great position. And I like the way Fields is playing. I like the way the team is coming together right now. So I think we dust the Cowboys this Sunday. I think we dust them. Vegas has the Cowboys winning by 7. So if any of you guys are some good gamblers,
I think the Cowboys by like 3 though.
What up, Lord? The other Bears fan.
You know what I'm saying? He got the hat on right now.
Lordy Joe. That's Lordy Joe. Come on, JoJo. Yeah.
Come on, Jody.
And he got the mama sweater.
He talking about Kobe and the Bears. Now he talking about Kobe and the Bears. You right on time.
You right on time.
What's going on?
Shit, man.
Slide on in there.
We was on Pulp Fiction. They call that divine intervention.
You better slide in a little bit more.
Yeah, Joe. I think as a whole we all right, man. We talking about that Bears win, Joe. How you feel about that Bears win?
We golden. That's a like turning page right there.
Yeah, I think moving forward, man, that's the move. We just gotta. There's some pieces we gonna have to sew up on, and you see visibly what they are, But other than that, I think we heading in the right direction. I know a lot of people hate on Fields and keep on saying that we need to look forward and go past him, but I think we give him enough time to develop. He'll be our man going forward.
Oh yeah, that's like God, man.
Gotta get some receivers because Pettis, he ain't it. He ain't it.
Oh, the little white boy.
He light skinned, but
Yeah,
he ain't it.
yeah,
He ain't the
like-
move, man.
Like he like has games, man, but that nigga like he be dropping shit.
Right.
That's why he got cut from every other team he was on.
Oh, see, I thought he was a rookie. I ain't know that.
Dog used to play for the Niners. I think he played for who else? He played for another team other than that.
Throw him back then. Yeah.
Throw him back.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's ready to go around.
But
Hell.
the one thing to mention though, and a lot of people don't talk about, is as a team, the Bears the number one rushing team. The Bears has the most rushing yards as a team, number one right now in the NFL as a team. That means Fields. That means Fields, Montgomery, any backups we got.
Herbert.
We are number one in rushing as a team, not just one individual, as a team.
Yeah, because Herbert rushing more than Montgomery, right?
Yeah,
now.
but shit, Fields rushing more than all of them.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he got us up there looking good. So I think if we could stay with a consistent plan and keep certain defenses off balance, that's the goal, and that's kind of what he can do. He can keep a defense off balance if ran right and if utilized with the talent and plays that they got, the schemes. Because I don't know what scheme they was working with last week, but that's the scheme they needed every week.
We looked
Yeah,
bad for the
yeah,
first time.
yeah.
We actually.
We looked efficient. 11 third downs we converted on.
I think prepared and efficient. I don't even think that's the accurate word. I think the best word to look is we look like a modern football team.
Up to date.
I mean, like seriously,
look up to
we
date.
look
yeah.
like a modern football team. We didn't look
Yeah.
like a 1980s team where it's either you ground and pound or you throw it. But fine, you sit in the pocket and throw it when you're Jim McMahon. When you have a guy that's 6'3" that runs a 4.4,
Right.
you have to utilize what you have. That's why Baltimore is good every year, because they understand we don't have a Maybach, we have a Ferrari. So guess what? We're gonna drive the shit out of it. And that's what Chicago needs to understand. We don't have a color. We don't have that. We have a we have a Ferrari. You gotta drive it. So I don't know, man, but yeah, it looks like Chicago's moving in the right direction, man. Anything you want to add to that, Tiz? As far as the Bears going, moving ahead, anything you want to add?
Shit, I hope them niggas keep on with this shit, dog. Bro, I really hope they spank Dallas, because I think Dallas a playoff team. And if they ass go out there and manhandle them, shit, we gonna be looking good next year.
I think so too. And also, we also gonna have a lot of capital too.
Yeah, we got the most in the league.
Yeah, we got some good picks. We got a shit ton of picks too. We got like
Yeah, we
6
got
picks.
over
Yeah, we got a lot of
good
picks, too.
capital.
Yeah, and we just got a 4th round pick.
Right.
So yeah, you never know, man. But man, talking about picks, man. Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Aaron
fuck them.
Rodgers, them guys might be looking for a top pick this year, possibly
Them niggas-
with the way that they've been playing. But
them niggas
same
better
with
be
Tom
looking for a
Brady,
new
it's
couch.
it seems.
I said some niggas better be looking for a new couch.
Some, but yeah, I don't know. But what do you guys think about Rodgers and Brady? It seems if the Packers are 3-4 right now, Rodgers has a QBR of 94.9, which is his lowest since 2015, and his second lowest since he's been a starter. Brady and the Bucks, well, they're 3-5 with a QBR of 92.4, which is 18th in the league behind guys like Andy Dalton, Jared Goff, and also, granted, Rodgers has 7 years on him, but Tom has looked like Superman for so long. I thought he had some more left in the tank. Which way do you think any of these guys will make the Super Bowl ever again? Or is it pretty much they're done?
Aaron has to go to a team that he feels confidence in, because this has to be one of the only years I've ever seen Aaron Rodgers just not on the same page with like none of his receivers. Like, I mean, he has that chemistry with it was Tunyon and Cobb, but he don't seem like he really him and Watson. They're not on the same page. It's just, I think Aaron's lost a lot of trust in the team, and I think that's costing him right now. I don't think he trusts his team as much as other years. But Tom, I see Tom having a lot of off the field issues that might be costing him on the field games.
Yeah.
Because Tom is kind of going through a messy divorce right now with Gisela, which is really unfortunate, you know what I'm saying, at this time, you know. Why couldn't you do this in the off season, shorty, and then, you know, let me focus on this? But he trying to figure out, you know, where his mansions and his Ferrari's finna go before, you know what I'm saying? And that's tough right now.
I ain't look at it like that.
You know, but I'm just saying, that can take you mentally away from the game to a point where it's just like you out there playing, but you ain't really there. You mentally thinking about where the hell your Ferrari gonna be and where the hell your third house gonna be in Oxford. Like, you know what I'm saying? You thinking like, oh shit.
And his deadline getting his ass beat up too.
Right,
Bro,
and that I think, because you know they got that new head coach over there, brother.
Buck Bowles.
And he's not bad, but he doesn't. I don't really feel like he running that off.
He ain't Arians.
It's not. But Arians ain't too far away because low key he up in the booth.
Yeah.
So it's like
Tom Brady want Arians.
I
That's
get,
why he wasn't there.
yeah, I get that, but it just seems like offensively they're kind of struggling because of that though.
Maybe
Last
they
year,
need that nigga.
I think last year they kind of needed that because, you know, everybody needs a glue piece, and sometimes a coach can be that glue piece to keep certain people together without egos, you know, bursting over. Not saying Tom has, but he could ease a locker room a little better than Tom can. Tom going through a whole lot. Where Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he giving a fuck about his locker room. He just walking in there and be like, yeah, all right, y'all, I'll catch y'all on the bus, and walk into the bus. Like there's a very distinct, you know, there's a very distinct of how these two players are acting. One it's kind of like, I'm not going to say, but it kind of feels like he's turning his back on his team. He ain't playing to his potential. He's not playing like last year's MVP.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Tom, I don't know if it's a mixture of them passing too much because, you know, they just got Fournette back there. Fournette, he can only do so much. Mind you, he can only really do too much. He's a good, like, you know, red zone guy, but I know you ain't hoping for this man to get you 8, 10, and 15-yard rushes because that's not what he's built for all the time. He can do it, but that's not an everyday thing, especially when people start cracking the pot. He old. They didn't try to go no new running backs out of all the running backs. They didn't try to make no change back there, get no dynamic, no side check down, because that's a big thing of where a lot of offense are doing right now. They're checking down to the speedy outbacks.
Ain't a lot of his receivers hurt too
though? They're all coming back. Mike Evans was back.
Godwin.
He's back, and then he got somebody else. There's somebody else over there.
Great there over there, Andy. The tight end.
No, my man from Tennessee, Jones, Julio.
Yeah,
they got Julio.
Yeah, Julio one.
Hey,
him and Matt Ryan having the same kind of career since they left Atlanta.
Yeah. Except for one difference. One of them got benched for the remainder of the year, and the other one hasn't.
That's a fact.
That man got benched. Matt Ryan, golly, man. I don't know if I'm mad at him because he's still getting fat paid. But you just not starting, no man. The juice is gone. He ain't got the juice no more.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with Tom Brady and Brett Favre replacement.
He called him Brett Favre replacement.
No. Damn. Hey man, they got exposed, man. Look, if you really look at these mods, what they really been, if you look at their flaws though, that shit get exposed when they come to light. That's the playoff / that means the playoff. I eat the playoff. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking dog, Aaron Rodgers loves to throw the ball away. People don't talk about that shit enough. That shit matter. Because without great receivers, if anybody drop any of these passes that he finally get to you, if you so happen to drop that shit, oh, it look like you fucked up. Yeah, right. That ball ain't coming to you a lot of the goddamn time. I seen him throwing shit in the dirt. This nigga love to throw shit away, and then every once in a while it's a receiver fault. It's like, you wanna know what, man? I'm over this shit. Nigga, you actually exposed to that to me. Tom Brady is the king of the motherfucking short pass. This nigga love to think it dump. You know what I'm saying? Right. He got old and he got exposed. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers know what to not like look up for. if you had a deep threat that was really, you know what I'm saying, if you said like Jackson or something like that, somebody really take the top off.
Shit, Mike Evans to me ain't a speedster. You know No,
what I'm
he's
saying?
sure-handed. He'll go
Fast
get it.
like
He's
Antonio
sure-handed.
Brown. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I count him as
that's that type of receiver though, but that's just that type of receiver. That's like having a Donald Driver. You know what I'm saying? That's just like that type of receiver.
I like
You know what I'm saying?
Donald
He's
Keyshawn
consistent.
Johnson or some shit.
I like
That's
that.
like that type of guy. You need other types of guys. You need a guy to take the top off, man. Somebody that's finna fly the fuck out there and he a deep threat all the goddamn time, whether he get the ball or not, because that's gonna keep the defense on.
Question
You know
is,
what I'm
how the fuck out of all these years, motherfucking Packers ain't got this man a top receiver? He always got to make every
Yeah,
goddamn
I
top
know,
receiver. If they just think about it,
Oh,
think about if the Packers just said fuck it and just went and got.
Devontae Adams.
But they made him. They never went and draft. They'll never go out in free agency and pick up a receiver that's needed.
But he's
Now,
always had good receivers.
Cause he made them. He makes his receivers. I get that. That's what I'm saying. But they never go out and go get a receiver.
Trade
Put it
for
like
one
this:
and that's
if
it.
they would have had Devontae Adams, and then they would have had put that money together for Odell Beckham last year, they have a different push. Mind you, Odell Beckham originally wanted to go to the Packers over the Rams, but the Packers was like, "We're only going to give you this amount." He was like, "What? This is bird feed. I'm not gonna eat this motherfucker. I eat steaks,
They
nigga."
did that to Devontae too. That's why his ass.
And that's why he
raised.
left. But then here come the Rams. They were like, you know what? We need a slot receiver who got sure hands. And what happened? Went there and they got them a fucking ring. If the Packers was to go ahead and just gonna get one other receiver to complement another receiver and have two receivers,
Yeah.
two options, which is not hard to ask. When you look over at that Buccaneer team, they always have an option.
Yeah.
There is never not an option. Everybody's sure-handed down there.
There's plenty wide receivers.
Right.
Them niggas can
They
go.
never pulled a trigger on one.
Yeah.
Never. Never, ever,
Did the
ever.
trade deadline hit yet?
Not yet.
They better do something. Cause hey, if they don't do nothing this year, Rodgers gone, bro.
Well, to me, mentally, he already checked out. He's already gone. He doesn't play like he wants to be. The way he's dragging his teammates underneath the bus right now, that's
Oh,
not
yeah, no,
that's
he
not for a
definitely-
healthy locker room.
Yeah, he definitely checked out from their ass.
That's not a healthy locker room. Tom's situation is at least more salvageable.
I love watching this shit though.
I can't
I
lie.
get it.
I
It
ain't
is a
gonna lie.
little enjoyable.
Bro,
it's
it's
like
cozy,
watching
bro.
the Lakers lose every
These
night.
motherfucking
It's like,
fans
oh,
so
man.
arrogant, bro. Like I was talking about that with the old ass, you know, motherfucker who live in Holman back there with some money. He was like, and he was a Bears fan, and my mama dog was like, dog said the same thing. He's like, they're so fucking arrogant. I'm like, man, look, like, it is what it is.
Man, we're gonna go ahead and do our quick rundown of picks real quick. I got the Bears beating the Cowboys, upset pick of the week, 24-21. Actually, I got the Rams beating the 49ers, 28-14. McVay is 3-1, coming off the bye since 2017. I think the 49ers will get better as the season go on, but they lose this week, 28-14. And also I have blowout, Bills-Packers, 38-10. Packers haven't scored 30 points all season. And the Bills have done it 3 times this year. I see it as a blowout. Aaron Rodgers will be on the ground a lot, probably running from Von Miller. So that's my picks, man. Y'all running quick.
Yeah, I got the Bills over the Packers too. I got the Titans over the Texans, and the Eagles over the Steelers. I'm trying to go with some easy ones, man. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, win that trophy at the end of the year.
I got you. Ain't no wrong with that. Who you got, Tiz? You got 3 picks, 3 teams, by any chance?
No, man. I mean, just the Bills over the Packers, man, and Bears over the Cowboys. I don't got that as an upset though. I think they can do that shit. Man.
Let's see.
I mean, I guess it is an upset though, because Dallas way fucking better.
Yeah, they got squad. Who you got, Hendo?
I had basically damn near the same. I ain't gonna lie. I had the Bears beating the Cowboys, but I got I got the Rams beating the Niners because I think the Niners are due for an upset because I don't think they bounced back from that game. I don't think they picked up the right piece with McCarthy. And then, like I said, I got a huge Bills blowing out them Packers. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because if you bet with the Packers and they win, your ass is gonna make some money this week.
Yes, sir.
I just don't see it.
Yes, sir.
But Vegas, like I said, Vegas has Cowboys beating the Bears by 7. So if any of y'all trying to look into some good gamblers, that's definitely a good gamble to look at. Yeah.
Man, well, you already know, man, it's the 24th episode, man. It's the Mamba episode, man. We had to pay tribute to Kobe Bean Bryant. So we had a little scenarios we kind of wanted to run down and just, man, if y'all got anything y'all out there wanted to, talk about Kobe Bryant, man, anything, any special moments, anything like that, man, y'all chime in as well. But I wanted to ask y'all brothers, man. I've personally seen Kobe play in high school, but I also seen another gentleman play in high school. If y'all brothers don't know about the name of Ronnie Fields.
Yes, sir.
I seen him play personally. If you don't know who Ronnie Fields is, he was basically Kevin Garnett's running mate his senior year in high school at Farragut Academy. If we could just run down really, really quick their stats. Kobe Bryant in high school, senior year, 30.8 points, 12 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 4 steals, 3.8 blocks. Ronnie Fields, his senior year, 32.4 points, 12.2 rebounds, 5.1 assists, 4.5 blocks. This guy was 6'3". I saw him every Saturday at the barbershop. 4.5 blocks. And also to go along with that, 4 steals. Now, they both were ranked same year. Ronnie was ranked number 2. Kobe was ranked number 1. Kobe did win. Kobe is actually Pennsylvania all-time leader in points at 2,883 points. And he also won Gatorade Player of the Year, Naismith Player of the Year that year, and also was first team All-American, USA Today first team as well. Now, Ronnie Fields, who was also, like I say, right behind him, he was the first player ever. If you ever played in Chicago, the public league is no joke, one of the toughest leagues in the country. He's the only player ever to back-to-back lead that league and scoring and steals in back-to-back seasons. Also, he was also named a McDonald's All-American. Who do you think was the better high school prospect coming out of high school, Kobe Bryant or Ronnie Fields? Who wants to kick it off?
Kobe.
Dave?
Yeah. Kobe, that point, how many points he put up in high school is ridiculous. They said the only other person to put up more points than him, I think, was Wilt. Wilt has the most high school points, something like that. And then he's like right there, like down there and right behind him. As far as points in high school. That's crazy. That's crazy to put up that amount of points in high school. Whole high
Are
school.
you talking about just not even like in Philly? You talking about just anywhere, just both points ever?
Yeah. If you was to total of all his points in high school, I think the only other person to have more points in high school other than him was Wilt.
That's right.
That's nuts. That's nuts. I think.
No, I don't think. I don't think that's right.
Look it up.
I don't think that's right. I don't think so. We'll check that. I don't think because Teddy Dupay had a lot. Ed Bailey, Toby Bailey, not Bailey. What was it? Damon Bailey. Damon Bailey out of Indiana. I think he got over 3,000. I'm pretty sure Teddy Dupay does too.
Most points in high school basketball history.
We're gonna check this shit for y'all. We're gonna give y'all no wrong info. You could be right though, because that's a lot of fucking points.
Most points, career, 2,823. Archie Dees, Grable, 1950-51. Mount Carmel, 1951-54.
We ain't going back to the 50s, so. He
He
went back to the 50s. That's before the three. That's before the 3-point line. It was with the heavy deuces.
We're gonna take
Hey,
your word for it.
but-
Yeah, we're gonna take it to your word for it.
Yeah, but that number was 28 something.
Yeah, so that might be right.
28
Yeah,
something.
Yeah,
it was
sure
28-83.
You know what I
He
mean?
said
So,
So yeah, go ahead, man. Continue. My fault, bro.
But I think I was thinking the amount of points he was able to put up around that time, that's just phenomenal. Ronnie was an amazing athlete. He was just nuts. To be 6'3" and to average that many blocks. But, I mean, the defense is nuts. And the fact that he went into some city leagues and did what he did is crazy. But as far as just putting the number to the high school, I think it had to be Kobe for me because the amount of points that he put up was phenomenal at that time. Although, you know, Ronnie's no punk, man. Shout out to Dog, because Dog was an amazing athlete. I think the only thing that really kind of sidelined him being better, I believe, was that car accident.
Oh my God.
So, you know, and that's detrimental,
God.
you know what I'm saying? So,
I don't
You
even
live and learn.
yeah.
Shout out to Kobe. Shout out to Ronnie Fields.
Facts.
But apparently Tom McMillan is the top scorer in high school basketball history with 3,608
Oh.
points, 1970 in Mansfield, Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to them.
Man,
But apparently,
shout out.
this is Tom. It's all about Tom. Nah, man, I'm going Ronnie Fields, man. Chicago all day. You know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to take up for the kid. You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing this dude on Prep Watch every Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
On I think that was NBC or whatever.
Man.
Him and KG showing out. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Should have actually tried to make it to that one game I could have actually made it to and shit. You know what I'm saying? When I had the opportunity to, but I didn't, so I actually never
Really?
seen him play. Yeah,
I stayed down the street.
one of them. I was on South.
Oh, you was on South Side.
Yeah.
Nigga, I literally stayed right down the street on 22nd Street.
I actually stayed down the street from here. They didn't just go there. Nigga,
Oh,
I lived in that neighborhood.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah,
But it
you
was this
outside,
one time
yeah.
my school was like getting ready to go out there, like the whole team and like a lot of motherfuckers getting ready to go. Check out
That's crazy.
KG. And my senior year was their senior year. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It was
Mexican
crazy.
neighborhood.
Shit, I never been over that shit. I never been.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go Ronnie Fields though. You know what I'm saying? I see this man taking off with the free throw line, all type of shit. The athleticism was crazy.
Ronnie.
So yeah, I'm going Ronnie.
Who you saying, Tiz? Kobe or Ronnie?
I ain't never seen Ronnie, so I'm gonna go Kobe.
You never seen Ronnie? Really?
Yeah.
Bro, you need to go to. If y'all don't know who Ronnie Fields is, please go to YouTube and watch Ronnie Fields play, man. It's like, I don't know, bro. Ronnie Fields, he had a 50-inch vertical. Like seriously, like how niggas be saying, like they say now you got a knob. Buddy really had a 50. Bro, he averaged almost 5 blocks a game. Like throwing your shit, and not like throwing your shit. He averaged 5 blocks a game, bro. This nigga, I saw the nigga every Saturday at the barbershop. This nigga was 6'3", dog. 6'3", dog. He was cut though. He was cock swole. But like, bro, I'm talking about nigga throwing niggas shit, dog. Yamming on niggas, bro. But man, yeah, I had to go with Ronnie, man. I had to go with Ronnie Fields, and this is why you made some great points about Kobe and how many points he scored. For me, I question the reason why I took Ronnie over Kobe is because can you name anybody else on that team that Kobe Bryant played with?
Shit, I couldn't tell you too many he played against. I'll even keep it fair for Ronnie. His degree of difficulty was probably way more than Kobe's, but Kobe was just letting that bitch fly, and then to me, there was just like a method to that. Granted, he was probably playing. He was probably playing some other people, you know, that might not have been up, but Ronnie probably more than he played the harder of the competition. That's just a fact. He played the harder of the competition.
If you want to say that, I like I said, I personally can't say. I just know, I know what the Chicago League is. You know what I'm saying? I know. So I can't say that. That wasn't even my point. The point I was going to make or try to argue against that is that Ronnie Fields played with Kevin Garnett, and he still got his. Even his senior year, when he put up these crazy numbers, he played with Michael Wright. Michael Wright, if you guys don't know, R.I.P. Michael Wright, he was also played in the NBA. He ended up going and playing for Arizona. He played in the NBA for the New York Knicks. And he also played with another point guard, used to have a Band-Aid by the name of Cedric Maxwell, who was also a really good point guard. And he still put up those numbers in a tough league. So for me, that's what put Ronnie over Kobe. I'm not saying anybody else Kobe Bryant played with was scrubs, but I know for a fact they wasn't no Michael Wright and they wasn't no Cedric Maxwell, in my opinion. So that's why I had to take Ronnie over Kobe Bryant. But yeah, so we got 3-1,
Yeah, that's
2-2, 2-2, 2 Kobe. Y'all two got Kobe. 2-2.
Strike roll.
They high school winning record wasn't too far off neither. And I mean, maybe like 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
Literally, they damn near had similar high school winning records.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like only a handful of losses, not even, like maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah. For real. Because they figured they wouldn't lose until they got to like downstate. Same like. Now, Kobe Bryant. Bean, man. 24, man. Episode 24, man. Now, we got to ask y'all, who was the better defender? Kobe Bryant or Scottie Pippen? Now, we're going to run down some numbers really quick. Kobe Bryant, 12-time all defensive team, which ties the record for a non-center, or I guess you say non-big man. Also averaged 1.4 steals, a total of 640 blocks. Scottie Pippen, 10-time all-time all defensive teams, which is 5th all-time. Averaged 2 steals per game, 947 blocks, despite playing 168 less games. Who would you say is the better defender, Kobe Bean Bryant or Scottie Pippen? I want to kick that off.
That's Pippen.
Pip?
Pip is arguably one of the best two-way defenders ever in the game. Pip had to hold a lot of big assignments, both big and tall. Kobe is a great defender, but Kobe would prey on certain motherfuckers at his time. And I think Kobe studied the game to the point where he knew, you going left or right, but Pip had to play you tough. Pip played in a time where you might get clothesline and taking a block. So, I think, when it comes to the better defender, I think Pippen had the heavier of the assignments along with. I think Kobe, although Kobe has some of the better stats going into his career, later and stuff, he tried to push some of the defensive assignments off a little bit sometimes, unless the game was on the line. And I've seen Kobe do that. He'll send another motherfucker up there. He'll send Robert Horry up there. Hey, go hold him real quick. He'll send him. I've seen him. We've all seen him. But if the game was on the line, now Kobe is going to be there, and he's going to hold you, and he's going to hold you right. And that's how Kobe got his name, because in tight moments, Kobe plays some of the best D. But when you want to talk about a motherfucker that played the whole game playing defense, well, that's Scottie. Scottie was a defensive master. I ain't never seen Kobe just get sought to a dude like Kobe, unless he wanted to. Kobe would do it if he wanted to, but man, they had Pippen like a hit man. Or you shutting dude down today, and that's it. No points. No points. Where Kobe had to save a lot for his offense too. Kobe had to run that floor offensively, so I see him doing a lot of 50-50 breaks. Where I feel like sometimes Mike, he was the offense. Scottie, all D. Play that D, Scottie. That's all you got to do today. Lock him up, Scottie. Make sure Clyde don't get no points. Mike, you stand off, you hit them buckets, Mike. I don't want him scoring today, Scott. Make sure Rich Smith, he don't get no shots off. He was the defensive hawk. When they wanted somebody locked down, they sent Scottie at him. But in a moment when you needed that ball back, you need to stop, you put Kobe in. Kobe stopped him.
Okay.
But it'd be Pip the overall better defender than me.
Who you saying, Tiz? Kobe or Pippen? Now, granted, Pippen do got 12 all defensive teams.
No,
Scottie got 10. And Scottie girl did a lot of things.
Oh, she on the all-offensive team. She on the offensive team. She leading the league in steals, too. Fuck you mean? Oh, shit.
Head coach.
And she know how to use them draft picks. And she know how to use them draft picks right.
no, I'm gonna go with Scottie too, though.
Scottie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why you say Pip?
I have to go with Pip too, cause like bro said, like that nigga locked you down the whole game. You know what I'm saying? And like and also Kobe spent like you used to watching Kobe just score on motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Pippen out here treating motherfuckers defensively, you know what I'm saying? Randomly offensively, but
I seen Cole lock motherfuckers down though. I seen D Wade not be able to bring the ball up You know what I'm saying?
I know
Well,
exactly
yeah,
what-
no,
okay.
hey, I exactly. I know exactly.
But I also seen him
Like, I seen him do that. I seen him do a whole bunch of shit defensively, where he was tough as a bitch for a long time, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. He's spending a lot of energy on that end too. But yeah, man, the answer is Scottie Pippen, man. And the reason why, man, is because, or in my opinion, is because when I think defense, I don't think just help defense. I don't think help blocks. I don't think just passing lane steals. Though passing lane steals count, and run down, chase down blocks count, all the blocks, all that shit count. But it's different when it's help defense, or when like you the one standing there and they banging into your chest and you standing there and you not fouling and you taking that shit in the chest, and then when they finally go with a shot, you start seeing them go up, and then you meet their ass at the motherfucking ball. That block is hard body. That's a hard body ass block. You know what I'm saying? To sit there and wait for a second and see, make sure they jumping out, it ain't no damn pump fake, and then go meet their ass at the motherfucking apex. Man, look at
But
man.
at a time when motherfuckers didn't give a damn about you though neither, they were coming viciously at
And
the
strip
rim.
the shit out you
No,
while you
elbow
dribbling.
you,
Not
elbow
just in
you
the
in your
passing lane.
shit.
For real.
And the numbers don't lie neither. More steals a game than two. And 900 something blocks to Kobe's 600.
640
In less-
blocks for
in
Kobe
less time.
In less time.
to 947
300
blocks.
more blocks to him. 300 is half of Kobe blocks.
He has
I'm just saying,
307
like,
more blocks and
it was
168
right there.
left game.
Yeah, but I like the on ball defenders, man. That's what I always say. You know what I'm saying about back in the day. You had to be quick of foot. You know what I'm talking about? You had to be you had to be in position with your feet and meeting the motherfucker at angles. You know what I'm saying? Now Kobe studied Scotty on that. You know what I'm saying? I heard Kobe talking about that in his own voice. You know what I'm saying? If you want to study some defense though, you study Scotty. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was about the angles, man. You know what I'm saying? Watch Scotty when he got somebody coming up the court. He cutting you off and he making you turn. He turning you. And don't be loose with that ball because he might take it.
Right.
Or he might turn you into Mike that's finna come take that motherfucking meet you in half court. Like it was funny style, man, but they was doing motherfuckers dirty, man.
Scotty had that strip to him though too though. He
I'm
had a
trying
lot
to
of
say he'll take the ball in front of you while you dribbling.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Not just the pass.
I think it's gonna probably be unanimous, but I had to go with Pip, but it was for different reasons. I feel like Kobe was a great defender, but he wasn't as versatile as Pippen. Kobe was slightly overrated in my opinion. I feel like Kobe had the advantage of playing against smaller players. Being 6'7", he got to play against point guards and a lot of two guards, which like I say he was bigger than a lot of those guys, so he was able to use his size and athleticism, which was his advantage. Where I feel like Scotty was at a disadvantage because a lot of times he not only had to guard smaller players, but he also had to guard power forwards. I was doing homework, and a lot of times he was getting up 25 to 30 points. I saw him play against Barkley, where you're talking about man-to-man, where he had to guard Barkley straight up. I've seen him guard Chris Webber straight up. I've seen him guard Karl Malone. I saw Karl Malone straight up.
Rick Smith.
Yeah, Rick Smith. So I think which is 7'4". Yeah, Anthony Mason.
Big motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean. So I think Pip's ability to guard 1 through 4 at any given time. We can't forget what he did against Magic Johnson in Chicago's first final run, where he pretty much guarded him the entire full court in the finals. So I think I had to give it to Pippen. But one thing I did have to say about Kobe is I would say I respect Kobe's defense more, even though I say Pippen is a better defender, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand how much energy he had to exert on the other end of the court.
Right.
And you still to be able to go and you not only guard, but when you think about the players he had to guard back then, I was looking at it. You think he had to guard Ray Allen, he had to guard Reggie Miller, he had to guard Agent Zero, he had to guard T-Mac, he had to guard Mike some nights. So he was guarding elite guys.
AI.
Allen Iverson.
He guarded AI.
You know what I'm saying? Every
Tyronn
single
Lue
night.
was getting shook
Mitch
a bug.
Richmond. Yeah. I mean, so he was guarding elite
Don't
guys.
mention Michael Jordan at that time, man. Don't do that to us.
I mean, you're right. But still, Dwayne Wade.
When they had young Kobe in there, he was still.
Yeah.
Don't mind the Bulls still get with the Lakers when they had Eddie Jones.
Oh yeah.
He might
Oh
be
yeah.
still holding that bitch.
That's
that
right.
was
That's
that
right.
was before that
Hey,
second
they put
retirement.
Rodman on Shaq,
Yeah.
and we came back and won that game. Rodman on Shaq.
Yeah, facts.
Woo, that was tough.
I say, and you know, but like I said, Cole, but Scotty did also have an advantage, and I had to take that into account too, because he could exert more energy on the defensive end because he played with the greatest scorer of all time. So, but I still had to get at the Pip. Man, we doing really good with time, man. We're gonna run it down real quick, man. Moving right along. Who had the better offensive repertoire, man? Kobe Bryant or Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant, 4 strong titles. Kobe Bryant has 2. Kobe Bryant, a career 25 points a game at 44% from the field. Kevin Durant, 27 points a game at 49% from the field. Who has the better offensive repertoire? Bean or Durant?
81. 81.
Kobe.
Yeah, 81 got that's obvious to me. Because when you say repertoire, I think of a diverse, like an array amount
bag.
of, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
a
but you
deep
got your bag of tricks.
A deep bag. You know what I'm saying? Well, Kevin Durant is very efficient, but that boy basic really. You know what I'm saying? If you look at his moves, he kind of.
Kobe mimic Mike.
I mean, and that's a great motherfucker to mimic. If you
Right,
talk
you know
about
what
a
I
deep
mean?
bag,
As far as repertoire,
yeah, you know
so
what I'm
it's
saying?
like,
Yeah, this
it's-
motherfucker's bag is.
I feel like Kobe worked more on breaking his defender down and getting a good look to a better shot, and then working from there. When I think of Kobe's game, he played a lot of a push and shove hip game like Mike, and he got to where he got the feel of you to where he could finesse and get to his spot easier. Where I feel like Durant's just a good shooter. I feel like he uses his height to the best advantage and he shoots over the top of people. His left and right is okay because he can cover a lot of ground because he's fucking 7 foot. So him going left to right, it's not a whole bag to me. But what it is he has a nasty little snatch back he can get to and he can go up. But there was too many times where I feel like KD in clutch times just is alright. He's the man I want shooting the ball the last time like Kobe, but Kobe was just more, he had a deeper bag. He could get to different shots a little easier, where I feel like Durant benefits from his height. If he was a little bit smaller with the same skills, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But he benefits from being so tall with those type of shooting skills. If he was Kobe's height, he'd be basic.
Yeah, Kobe make that shit look good.
Kobe had bag. He worked on shit. Kobe was one of the hardest working niggas in the gym.
Him and like LaMelo Ball on the same team right now. If I was playing there on
Him
2K, I'd
and
be
Ja,
on the
boy.
squad. Like, it's finna get real fancy out here.
Yeah,
I think Kobe got the
Real
deeper of the two bags as far as like what he could go to move wise, and I feel like Durant's a little limited because of his height, but I feel like his height is his best benefit. He can just shoot over a nigga. That's his best thing. I like the way he attacked, but mind you, this man's 7 foot.
Who you saying?
He gonna say
I'm
16.
going Kobe.
You gonna go?
Yeah, that's like we watching Mike. You feel me?
Yeah, shoot.
Motherfucker watching Kobe.
I mean,
Not really though.
Nah, he said, nah, it's like watching Kobe.
Hey man, you know, he stole all his moves, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I
Respectful.
mean, hey,
He
man.
stole all his moves.
It's all in the hardware, is
He stole
what I
all
would say.
Mike's moves. He
It's
stole
all in the
Mike's
hardware.
that's fair.
For me, I'm going with Durant, man. I'm going with Durant. I feel like Kobe, I would disagree with you. I feel like Kobe was better at he's the greatest tough shot maker ever.
As far as like creating a shot,
No, just tough shots. Just making like you ever seen like
I know
what a
what you're
tough
talking
shot
about.
is
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
falling out of
that's
bounds.
what I
Like
got you.
AI was great at it
Yeah.
too, at making tough shots.
Early LeBron.
Yeah, early LeBron, just making
Tough shots.
Yeah.
I seen LeBron shoot a
Melo.
jump shot laying this way in
Yeah.
the air and shooting and
Yeah,
making it.
yeah, able to hit it all
Dead
angles.
ass.
Yeah, like Melo is a great example. Just being able to hit, that's a tough shot.
He rose.
Yeah, D Rose,
I
absolutely.
think
More
Michael
legit.
Jordan is the best tough shot maker ever.
Who?
I mean,
Michael Jordan's the best tough shot maker.
I don't think. No, I don't. I mean,
Come flower me.
yeah.
Come flower
I
me, right?
mean, if you talk about going to the rack,
You talking about come flower me?
yeah. If you talk about going to the rack,
Yeah.
going to the rack, yeah. We could, yeah. As far as the layup package, yeah. Of
I
course.
feel like Kobe took a lot of under control jump shots. Maybe a lot of them could have been contested. He took a lot of bad shots down.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were contested.
Or
He
if-
shot
or-
that bitch anyway.
Or if you want to say bad shot maker, is that fair to say?
Contested shot.
Contested shot maker. Okay, we can say that. He's the greatest at.
Yeah.
So, but I think for me, that's what separates Kevin Durant. Because when you say like when he's just taller, yeah, you got guys that are taller, but Dirk was 7 foot. Now that's a guy to me that just shot. KD has a handle. I was just looking at his highlight. He can go left, he can go right, he can pull up, he can pull up with the left shoulder, he can pull up with the right shoulder. His specialty now is being able to pull up and shoot over you, but that's because he's 7 feet.
But he doesn't go against other 7-footers. Dirk actually shot over other 7-footers.
But
He shoots so nobody. There's no other guard that plays that forward position that's that tall. Though.
Right, that's the advantage though, and that's but it's no different. It's no different than Kobe being 6'7" playing two guard. That's an advantage for him over a lot of smaller defenders. Even when Kobe had to play the point, that's an advantage for him. Now I'm not saying like Kobe. I love being like I feel like he's pretty much a mirror image. You know what I'm saying of Mike, but he's not Mike. He's great. I got him 11th all time, but I feel like when you look at offensive repertoire, I also look at not only people say clutch. You say he's not. Durant is finicky. I look at Durant hitting 2 back-to-back threes, back-to-back finals, and LeBron face. That's clutch enough for me. And then also when you also look at Durant is efficient. To take as many jump shots as he takes, and be almost shooting 50% from the field, that's Mike type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Durant has a better offensive repertoire because of his height, because of his handle, and because of his efficiency. But I will say, I would love to see Durant go on some 0 dark 30 shit. Because we've never seen that. Durant, they asked Kevin Durant once, like, man, why haven't you went for like 70? Like, Devin Booker's a great scorer, don't get me wrong. But you can't tell me he's nowhere near as good a scorer as Kevin Durant.
Just had a better opportunity that day.
Not even that. Kevin Durant said, oh, well, they guard me different. Like, when I start getting hot, that's when they start double and triple teaming me. And to me, that was big into his psyche. Whereas Kobe, nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. You could send Spoelstra out on this bitch. If I'm hot, I'm shooting that motherfucker. Period. So I feel like it's a difference in mentality. But if we just talking about bag, yeah, man, give me the ranch.
If you ever want to see,
Different, bro.
if you ever want to see somebody really go into their bag, go watch Kobe when he put that 81 on Toronto. That man hit every type of shot you could imagine.
Yeah.
And when I'm talking about with ease, it didn't look like nobody was contesting these shots, but he hit every single one of these from mid-range to three-pointers, from free throws. Nobody can stop him. I mean, I'm yet to see Durant, like you said, have one of those games where he just empty out his bag. And Kobe's done it.
Game. Kobe averaged 40 a game that month. He was fucking niggas up that whole month.
I remember that, yeah.
The week before, he had more points going into halftime than he did that damn game against Dallas, but he got pulled, then played in the fourth quarter at least.
And you know, I'm not saying that Kevin Durant can't do it. I just haven't seen it yet. And I know they, like I said, the play styles is what really differentiates this conversation because they have 2 different type of play styles, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of what made the difference with that is because when I see him empty that bag, you know, that's what the product was. That was amazing. I'm yet to see somebody really strike a motherfucker like that as a team.
Bro,
I mean, granted, he was the only one shooting. He was the best player on the time. But Durant has had those times where he's been like that too.
Yeah, I was just he just did it. He just did it with last year against Milwaukee when he had like that 45 or 50 point game or something like that. When he just went crazy.
Kobe would have averaged that for the whole series.
Yeah, and shot 39% from the field.
But they would have won. But they would have won.
That's because Kobe ass gonna take like 30, 40 shots.
Kobe, I was crazy. You said that Kobe Bryant has the record for most shots taken in a game with
Yep.
50.
Yeah,
He took 50 shots.
And that's
That
crazy.
team was
That's
always
crazy
set up
because you know
to
what?
shoot like that.
That's probably
Like I
two
said,
less
like
than
Allen
AI. Because
Iverson.
AI had a
I was
48
about,
one.
I was about to say because Allen Iverson teams were set up
48.
to shoot though.
40.
Allen Iverson had Eric Snow and McKee in
48.
them. Allen Iverson was supposed to shoot.
40.
Nah,
Nigga.
they also had, don't forget
48.
George Lynch.
48 though.
And the Geiger meter.
And
the
he
Geiger.
had no tumble.
Geiger meter.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro,
bro.
that's
That's the hitter right there. That's the hitter right there. Oh, boy.
The Geiger
And Kobe was over there playing with Smush Parker.
Oh,
Hell yeah, Kobe supposed to be
shit.
shooting the damn ball. The fuck? Pass the fucking Smush fucking
Boy,
Parker.
Smush,
That's what the
man.
fuck we
Hey,
doing.
shout out to Smush, man. You did
Shout
all you
out.
could,
Hey,
son.
man, no,
You did all you could, man.
You
That's
talking
all
about
no
when
more you
you
can
gave-
do, man. You was Smush.
He's supposed to pass to Kwame Brown and Smush motherfucking Parker.
Gucci.
That's what you asking this
What
nigga
they had
to
the
do.
one dude with the headband?
The
I promise you
machine.
God, if you go look at the
They
championship
called him the
team,
machine.
if you go look at the
Man.
championship team right now, when they actually won, it's at least two motherfuckers on it that you don't even know.
But but you want to know what though?
It's
You want to know what
I
though?
just looked at that picture. I'm like, damn, and I
That-
know
that
basketball.
team-
I still don't know these two niggas.
That team isn't worse than that team LeBron took to the finals.
That's a fact. That was one of the most shittiest teams I
And
had
y'all,
ever seen.
y'all out there, y'all LeBron haters,
But they
say all
lost.
y'all.
Though. I'm
They
talking
lost,
about
yeah.
Kobe Singh won.
Yeah, they won. Yeah,
And you didn't
yeah,
know too,
yeah,
did you?
yeah, they won. I'll give them that. I'll give them that.
And you keep saying that, but who was an all-star on that team with Kobe when they won from? Oh yeah, Paul Gasol was an
Yeah.
all-star. That's right.
Paul
That's right.
Gasol.
But you
Hall
don't
of
give no
Famer.
credit to those all-stars. You know what I'm saying?
And Lamar
that
Odom should have
LeBron
been one
played
too.
with. He
Lamar
played with
Odom,
two.
yeah.
Lamar Odom should have been one that year.
And
he
Very
was in
Shaw
Miami.
was an all-star. Motherfucking
Come on, the SpongeBob.
He wasn't,
Please don't get me started on
he was
SpongeBob.
an
I'm not going to
all-star.
disrespect. We
and,
don't
dude
disrespect
before
NBA
him,
players here.
Ilgauskas was a motherfucking all-star.
Yeah, Ilgauskas, but he was always hurt. And he was always hurt. We not
Oh, you
gonna
going
do
down a
that.
dirty list. Don't
Yeah.
ever go down that
Yeah,
list.
don't go.
That's a dirty list.
Yeah,
Man. We ain't
nah,
gonna look
man.
dog just
That,
did
but,
that.
I,
like
but,
these
but I,
players-
no
Dog
disrespect.
did it. Dog did it that year. That's
That
all.
disrespect. Who, Ilgauskas?
Okay.
He
Let's
wasn't
pull up
black.
a picture.
He wasn't.
Let's pull up a picture of both of these teams.
He wasn't
and
right.
laugh at these two niggas on the Lakers. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do right now. I promise to God.
Shout out-
You gonna
shout out
look
to
at these
Kobe
niggas
and
like,
Bron,
who the fuck
Them niggas
are
took
these niggas?
Them niggas took two of the weakest rosters I've ever seen. Kobe and Bron took two of the weakest rosters
I'm trying
to
tell
the
you.
finals, bro.
Hold on.
Them two niggas
I don't know
play
nobody who's had a
baseball.
weaker roster to go that all the way to the finals. Who had a weaker roster?
I know. I got a better question. Why do y'all think who, as great NBA players, who has a weaker shoe collection than Kobe Bryant?
God damn.
D-Wade.
Boy. Them leanies.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on.
That ain't good.
Hold on.
Klay Thompson, James Harden.
Hey, nah.
Gilbert Arenas. I know you remember them.
Oh, no, I don't.
You don't remember them?
I can't picture.
Oh,
Bro, if you don't remember them Gilbert
that's the
Arenas,
ones the folks had. I think
the
they was the funny bottom.
yeah, the Spreewells one two better with the squish and the what's the name?
Nah.
Man, that was
Yeah,
that was up there.
Da-da.
That was up there.
Da-da.
That was up there. That was a hood deal.
Horrible ones. Though.
That whole deal was
Horrible.
they did that whole deal
The
of
catapults.
4 pairs of rims.
Yeah,
in a Cadillac.
It was called.
He got a box. He got a box.
Yeah,
The
the
catapults.
gear, Carl Malone.
Yeah, the catapults is
Yeah,
what
that
they
shit
were
was
called.
trash.
I wanted some of them.
Yeah,
Major
it's gotta go to D-Wade.
D-Wade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was horrible.
D-Wade.
Yeah, niggas was buying the Spreewells. Niggas was buying the
Sorry.
Spreewells.
Don't nobody got them shoes.
Nah, I ain't
But hold on. I'm gonna stump you with this one though. The Currys though.
Strawberry.
Bro,
The Currys though.
all the little white
Who you go with a pair of Currys
all
though?
the little white boys got the curves.
Yeah.
All the little white boys got the
Yeah.
curves. Like their parents gonna buy them. Bro,
Yeah.
them leanings.
Why you doing that? You doing
Oh!
that? What is it?
Oh,
shit.
Don't set it them leads.
Where you getting them though?
You gotta- oh, hold
Where
on.
you getting
It's-
them?
Before we even get to that, we cannot exclude that whole baller brand
Oh,
series,
serious.
bro. The baller brand,
Triple
bro.
B's?
The baller,
What's that?
the
What
triple
it was?
B's, yeah.
Man.
Them niggas said them weren't even real shoes. They was just cardboard with laces and shit when you got them niggas.
But like we had access to them.
Oh,
We could probably
my
go
God.
get a pair if we
Nobody
wanted
could
them.
get. Nobody could order them.
Oh right,
motherfuckers.
right. You ordered them, but you ain't getting
Right,
them.
remember motherfuckers could they was back ordered because they motherfuckers weren't shipping out. So anybody who caught them, they was catching them a year or something later, and they was catching them off of pre-shipping back order, bro. Motherfuckers said they was finally getting them shits. They was like, nigga, what the fuck is this? They said it was a piece of felt with some cardboard and some shoelaces through the motherfuckers, and they had 3 B's on that back.
$500.
Nigga,
Dumb price.
that gotta be up there, bro. That gotta be up there.
Yeah.
At least an
That's
actual
crazy.
place was making them D Wades. It was an actual company. We don't know who made them baller
What was
shoes.
the name of the
Hey,
D-Ways?
them lean knees.
He said them D's, dog.
Them
Oh,
bitches look
sick.
like the fat ass 2Ks.
On my soul, they do. On my soul. Hey, but if you, I know if I see a nigga wearing them baller brands, yo, he catching the same treatment as them
That's a
ladies
fact.
on my
That's a
soul. He
fact.
catching the same
Oh,
treatment.
Bro, what? Hey,
shit.
was that the name though?
Yeah.
Am I lying?
No, that was exactly it. That's it.
Because
That's
Noah
it.
had a pair too.
That's it.
Life of
Joachim Noah had a pair too.
That's it, bro.
Bro,
That's it. That ain't no more. That's it. It's them, the 3, the Leanies, the baller brands, and who else?
Them Antas or some shit like that. Who had them? Them motherfuckers said.
The Answers?
Antas. Like
A-N-T-A.
ANTAs.
Oh no, we don't even talk about that. That shit wasn't valid.
Honorable mention Stephon Marbury and
Ooh,
Kawhi
Strawberry.
Leonard. And
Hey,
Kawhi
man,
Leonard,
hold on, man. Strawberries when they went to Walmart or before the first one?
Definitely the Walmart.
Okay.
Oh,
Mind
yeah.
the first ones they had some leeway, but I never got them.
Yeah,
With my style.
I wasn't
He
No.
said they had some.
What
leeway.
my style?
Hey,
you
but,
like him?
but I'm gonna one time this. Shout out to that nigga Shaq though, man, cause Shaq made all them affordable shoes for all them kids and stuff, and started making some people can come through and not get roasted over their shoes, because I know that's not a staple of anything, but motherfuckers will roast you over your shoes, so you come in there with some lean knees.
Oh,
So
bro.
I'm gonna let it be known, like, shout out to
Bro.
Shaq, man, cause he did what he had to do to make that ever affordable.
I thought that was great. I felt like by him making those shoes, a lot of kids learned how to fight. Because they knew, you knew damn
If
well
you
when
had
they
them step on Marberries, your ass knew how to fight,
You
nigga.
knew it when they
If
went
you
to
had
the
them
door.
Marberries, your ass knew how to
Shout out to
scream. Boy,
Shaq.
you get the
And
most
shout out to
biscuit.
Shaq from the cheap ass suits he's selling in J.C. Penney.
Oh my
All right,
God,
don't tell
bro.
about
He
that,
learned
motherfucker.
from Barkley.
Hey man, he,
Or
yeah,
Johnson,
man,
my
somebody
bad,
need a
Johnson.
cheap suit.
Hey.
It ain't my style,
Hey.
but you know somebody made how
I
they
ain't gonna lie,
interview.
they
It's
actually
just-
decent.
Quarter son.
Need to, you
They
know,
decent.
man,
They decent. I tried to
man.
get me one. Michael
Those
Strahan
cheap
got
ones.
some joints too. That's decent.
Man,
For the
man,
big dudes,
cheap
man.
ass suit,
Tough
man,
fit body
you know,
ass boy.
your super booty.
Hey, it is what it is. Hey, but you already know what it is, man. We're winding it down, man. We had a great show today for y'all, man. The Mamba Show, man, episode 24. But B.I., can you please tell these people what time it is?
Oh man, you already know, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the trades yourself. If you don't motherfucking see, it's gonna go a little different direction. Because it ain't always about, you know what I'm saying, leaving a team. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's about your character. Sometimes you gotta be different. Sometimes you gotta work on you. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers who need to trade themselves this week fucking around with me, man, is anybody that's extra low managing. Them Dame Lillard niggas, them motherfucking Kawhi Leonard niggas. The niggas that when you come back you hurt again because you nursed this nigga so goddamn long, and now you put too much pressure on this one and something else snap. You can't do that. That's how injuries go.
Snap with that.
That's how injuries be going though.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? On some real shit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers will wait a whole year to see you, man. You play 5 games, you kill like a motherfucker, now you hurt again with the strained left calf and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you know, trade yourself, man. You know, just yourself, just the whack part of you. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Damn. That's
I mean, you know, not like that, but you know, just like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm giving it up. Because, you know, that's weak as a fan. We sitting up here waiting on niggas, oh, okay, damn, Portland is winning. What you mean they beating motherfuckers?
This nigga had a abdominal strain for
5 and
13
1.
months.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Portland
no.
5-1, B.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
But when his name coming back now, though, with that little calf strain and shit.
Oh man, who knows?
Nigga stay with some
Oh,
strains,
yeah,
boy.
yeah,
You don't drink enough water?
Oh, yeah, see.
Pockets too heavy.
Oh, man. That nigga was chilling for a year.
Pockets too heavy, boy. I ain't mad at him. Pockets too
I was
heavy.
waiting to see if the Chauncey Billups experiment was going to work or some shit. Now, who coach over there?
Chauncey.
Yeah, Chauncey.
Chauncey, yeah.
Chauncey. Trying to see if that shit was going to work out or something last year.
Who need to trade themselves, Hendo?
Oh man, I'm with B out of days, man. Sometimes it ain't gotta be a team, it's just gotta be a person. Gisela, trade your motherfucking self. Who the fuck you think you finna get better than Tom Brady? Or you gonna you gonna file for the boy? It better be over the money, cause you ain't finna find nobody in the better shape at that age with that chiseled of chin that's gonna be fucking with you. I'm just saying, man, who you lining up after Tom Brady? Niggas, the dating scene gonna be real skeptical. Who you looking for? You was dating the GOAT, bitch.
Hey, that nigga.
You was dating the GOAT.
That nigga be
So you gonna
cracking.
be with Kodak Black next week.
Man, no, her ass gonna, she gonna be in a
That's
club
what it
with Future eating Popeyes. That's all that happens after
That's
that.
what it take, too.
You find you a brother, he gonna come in there, he gonna black snake moan your little dumb ass, and your ass ain't never gonna leave. Your ass gonna be doing fans only in 5 years.
He gonna hit
With
her
a
ass
brother
with
named
the
Tyron. This nigga big as hell, got tattoos
Hey,
everywhere.
No, that nigga AB finna come cuff her.
He might. Hey, that's the nigga Tyron I'm talking about. He gonna go in there, black snake on her ass for a little
Hey,
while.
man, I don't trust
That
this
nigga
nigga, dog.
AB
Bruh, this
I
man
ain't
done
mad.
put t-shirts with him hugging Shorty,
And selling them hoes.
and she ain't saying nothing bad about it. Like, she going with it.
That's how nigga Tom.
So what
like,
I'm
look,
saying, Gisela, man,
That
trade
shit-
yourself. You went from the
that
GOAT
shit
to
foul, fam.
I don't know what, man.
You
That
know,
shit
you
foul.
know,
And
AB
you went to-
used to stay there when he was trying to play for the Bucks.
yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
around.
Just
Yeah.
saying.
Not only that, though, you picked a hell of a
That's all
time to
they
want to
kept it
pull all
PG.
this shit just because your man want to play football another year, man.
Yeah,
Just
nah,
because
nah,
arguably
we-
one of the best quarterbacks ever to grace us with the NFL. Now he want to play another year, go try to push out this old father time, ain't holding him back. And you want to pick this time to do all this shit to this great man and shit. I don't give a fuck what y'all household like. Can't be that goddamn bad. You live in the mansions, you driving great cars, this nigga got you everywhere, flashing lights everywhere, you got the best dresses, the best ever hair polish, face polish. What could be so goddamn, you're not talking to me, Tom? And then you hop in the jacuzzi and then you drive off in a Lambo. What could be so goddamn bad?
Nah.
This nigga got everything.
Nah.
You get everywhere.
No, you gotta look. You gotta.
Nah, I ain't trying to hear
You
that
gotta look at it from everybody's perspective because you
Man.
gotta. I mean, because I know for me, like personally, right? So like, you saying like she got all this, she got all that. Well,
It's a
sure.
timing issue.
No, it's not even that. It's just like I'm just saying, like Shorty had more bread. She got more bread now. You know what I'm saying? Than he got. She's always had bread.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like she could always, you know what I'm saying, have that shit. But it's like motherfuckers be wanting like the pain shit. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know like what they like situation was. It could have been like man, like from what I heard, like this nigga didn't know like his son even played football. And that's his son. You know what I'm saying? So it's like motherfuckers understand like being committed, but it's like, nigga, you didn't know your son played the same sport that you play.
And I tell you like this, when you live and you have to do the type of things he's done and the sacrifice, that's part of the sacrifice sometimes. When everything's said and done, this is one of the greatest players. Every great player you can think of has had to make that type of sacrifice. That's a sacrifice you gotta make. Kobe's made it,
Right.
Mike's made it, Tom's made it. You just make these type of sacrifices. He's one of arguably the best to ever do it. You gotta make some sacrifices.
That's great, but I guarantee you, in hindsight, most of those players would rather be a great father than be a great player, because that's what really fucking matters.
Yeah, but if you can't find a way to balance, that's on you. If Tom focus, but Tom,
Right, but
some
that-
people
that's
give
what I'm saying.
their life to the game, though. You know, that's the sacrifice.
Right, and I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. Us from the outside looking in, we don't know what their dynamic was. It could have been a thing like, man, babe, like I understand where you coming from. This my last season type shit. Because from everything that I've read, she didn't find out this nigga was even fit to start playing again. She found this shit out over scrolling on Facebook type shit.
It's not her decision, though. It's him.
Yes and no. When you're in a marriage, and y'all have kids together, and this is something like I'm just speculating. No, I'm just.
It's hard to say no to the game. We watched all Mike's it's hard to lead the game.
That's fine,
It's
but
hard.
that's fine. But I'm just saying we don't know if me and my girl have a certain type of a communication and say, okay, this is what the fuck it is, and then you renege on that shit, that's gonna be a problem. Anybody,
I'm the best nigga ever at it. I'm the best nigga ever.
that's fine.
I'm the best.
Get out.
I'm just saying,
no,
I'm the
no,
best
no,
nigga
no.
to ever do it. I have all these rings, shorty. You know how hard it is to say no to this game?
Right.
I'm addicted, nigga.
Exactly. It's a game though. Like that shit really in hindsight don't mean nothing. That's tangible. Like that shit don't mean nothing. Like
But
going
the-
to your kid game.
But
Like
the
that
accolades
shit.
he's set in the game, though,
But
niggas
that-
for
and that's-
legendary. Nobody's touching that shit. That's he'll
great.
forever be immortalized in the game of football. You'll never be able to talk
Right.
about good quarterbacks without mentioning his name. That's a
Right.
sacrifice he made. I get it.
Right,
Son,
bro.
live up to this.
Right, and none of that shit matter, nigga, when you go into an empty crib.
Hey, but
None,
that's
bro, none of that.
That's a big ass
Bro.
empty crib, and he got a
And-
lot of empty cribs to go to, and that means something too. He made his own choices. Is what I'm saying.
That means-
You know what I'm
Bro.
saying? I say it because on her behalf, because this is shitty timing. I understand what it is, but you have to understand who you married to as well. There's two sides of the coin. You was married to a guy who was arguably one of the best quarterbacks, one of the best people to do it. Understand who you married to too.
Nah,
You don't,
he's
but
the
you don't
best
see LeBron's
quarterback.
wife having this type of situation, talking about him leaving. But he's also more hands-on with his kids. I know that might be a bad example, but he always managed to keep that shit at home. It's unfair for Tom to want to pursue his dream of doing this, and for just, I mean, like we said, we don't know. All I can do is speculate and just go what I see. And now you not having my back when Antonio is doing all this, it looks a little fishy and shit. So I kind of feel like this was a poor timing for this, and we could have waited till the season was over and got to the middle of this. You understand this? I know Tom. You know, he has to make some decisions. Every NFL player, any pro athlete has to make decisions. They got to. But Tom's people is recognized any way they go. Boy, they can go out to New England and they ain't gotta wait for nowhere. You know what I mean, Rings? I'm just saying, like, the respect level for Tom is through the roof. Damn near like Mike. You're respected everywhere. Mike Tyson go anywhere. Michael Jordan go anywhere. Tom Brady go anywhere. The level of respect is unprecedented. They get treated like better than politicians. Niggas that run the country, they get treated better. I'm just saying, like, I just feel like, you know, this was just a shitty time. She could have actually waited, you know, to the end of the season. Now it kind of put Tom, I feel like it's putting a lot of pressure on Tom that's kind of fucking with his game right now. That's why I feel like, you know, you could have waited, shorty. If you understand football is my number one true love, this can wait. We'll wait. Another year ain't gonna hurt us. After this, I can't physically do this shit no more. It's just gonna come. He just can't physically do it. And right now, at this time, he probably like, shit, this gonna be my last year. You see how I'm playing?
Yeah, okay.
That'd be
I'm
nice.
just saying, man. It was a shitty time.
I can
though.
play another
Who
5
you got
years.
this week?
This nigga got
Oh shit, man! Trade yourself, man. Oh shit, who got? It was really tough. I wanted to say Brett Favre again. I couldn't stand that motherfucker, man. But
That's right.
Nah, I ain't going with Russ, bro. Trade your motherfucking self, man. I think I had to go with motherfuckers out there. Fuck, I'm gonna say Kanye, man.
The boots again.
Nah, just Kanye, man. Kanye, man. He
White Lives
traded
Matter?
himself. Yeah, that kind of blew me. The whole George Floyd thing was really what.
Anti-Semitic. No, I'm just
nah,
fine.
no, we ain't gonna throw that.
Did you know he identifies himself as a black Jewish person?
All right, hey,
No, deadass. He actually said he was a black Jewish person.
hey.
So he can't be anti-Semitic, which is fucked up because you can be a nigga that hate niggas.
Yeah, I don't know. Man.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah.
I love that brother, man. But he ain't making no sound decisions right now, man.
He lost in the sauce.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Kanye this week, man. But yeah, that's it. I don't know, man. I feel sorry for that dude. I banned my kid out there, bro. But yeah, man, we're gonna go with Kanye, man. Trade yourself, man. Hopefully everything work out for you, man. But yeah, man, that George Floyd thing, that was definitely disappointing, man. That was super
man.
disappointing.
Say that man had drugs in his system and all that type
Yeah,
of stuff.
It just felt just such like talking points. So that
it
that shit was
felt like
uncalled
misguided
for.
hate.
Yeah, that too.
And you should never coincide with the conspirators whenever this type of shit going on. You always gotta go with your people and what's best on this. And I felt like that was a dummy move, man.
Shit, I don't go with your people. Go with truth.
Yes, I'm just saying.
Use your own 2 eyes.
Yeah.
Shit, the go use your own 2 eyes, man. You got too many people out here with bullshit, but that's a different show, man. Different time, man. It was episode 24, man. It's a great show today, man. Thank y'all, man, for supporting us, man. Y'all, please keep supporting us, man. If you out there, I want y'all to also please download Bump That Radio app, man. Please download that, man. Trying to bring radio back like how it used to be. Also, if you're in La Crosse, Wisconsin, please go check out Press Break, man. If you want to get them cheesy nachos and a good Chicago food, they're actually giving out candy today for Halloween and Halloween weekend. I want everybody out there from old heads, man. Y'all be safe out there tonight, man. If you're going to be drinking, please don't be drinking and driving, man. Get your Uber. If it's a big back bitch, hop on her back. See if maybe she can take you to the south side or something. They're out there. It's a lot of lumpy back motherfuckers out there.
That's right.
Broncos.
This nigga.
That's right.
That's right. Broncos, let's ride. But no, man, y'all have a good Halloween, man. Episode 25 next week. We're going to be doing the top 20 greatest players of all time, man. Top 20 greatest players of all time. But of course, we're going to have to hit y'all with that football news. And also, we got the World Series going on, man. So, who knows, that might be over. Salty about the Yankees didn't make it.
I believe we're gonna find out who's gonna be the winner of that Silver Jake Paul fight too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's tonight, right?
I believe it is tonight, man.
Yeah.
I believe it is.
Yeah,
So,
real quick, who y'all think who you want to win?
this shit staged, Jake Paul.
Jake Paul?
This shit staged, bro.
I'm gonna go with the stage, man. So I'm gonna say Jay Paul.
Who you saying to Silver, Paul?
I want Silver, man.
I
Silver?
definitely want
Now,
to.
who you think gonna win though? No, I'm just. This shit stays. You know, Silver just got knocked out in his last sparring.
Oh, wow.
I swear to God, he did. I ain't taking no nigga that just got knocked out. Jake Paul ain't never been knocked out yet, so.
Anderson Silver, man. Hope you win, man.
Yeah, I hope you win too. Go ahead, Jake Paul, you got the money on you though?
We out of here, man. Old Heads episode 24, man. Same time next week, episode 25.
I'm motherfucking cowboy this whole time.
On what,
I ain't
Joe?
really
Oh, you a renegade,